Good morning, everybody. Anyways, I tore this engine all apart, and I haven't found anything obvious that would let it do what it's doing. The bearings are good. The bearings are tight, so I don't think we're sucking air from that front bearing. The piston, the piston and sleeve. I mean, that's all the farther it'll go up. I mean, right there it's tight. I mean, I could jam it in there, but yeah, there I jammed it in there. I can't pull it back out. So, I don't think it's the piston and sleeve wear. I don't think. Um, you don't know. I uh, I messaged Haggard RC on Instagram. See, he's pretty good about helping, and he said he'll watch my last video, see what it's doing. I did wipe out a bunch of gunk in it, but I don't. That wouldn't have anything to do with how it's running. Crank's nice and smooth, tight, no noise. I don't know. We're gonna get the 3-in-1 out, and I'm gonna reassemble it. Because I'm not seeing anything wrong. Unless, I don't know. It doesn't make sense. If the carburetor had a leak in it, it would run like shit all the time, I would think. Not just when it gets hot. I mean, the only dumb thing I found, and obviously I think I was right that the Slayer never came with a 3.3, or at least the original Slayers. So somebody put this engine in it when they put the clutch together. And I'll assemble the engine for you. They put the clutch shoes in backwards, but I mean, they still ran, obviously. So let's assemble this thing. I'll put a little bit of 3-in-1 on the bushing there, a little 3-in-1 on here. Piston goes in the engine with the skirt towards the engine. And if you're probably not gonna be able to see it, but there's a little bevel on the brass rod washer, the bushing, that goes to the inside. So we're just gonna slide this down in here. And hopefully get it on the crankshaft. All right. Got that on there in the crank. I'm gonna put a little bit of oil in here. Maybe just a little bit on the outside of it to let it slide in. I didn't have to heat this up to get it to go in. I did the old, I stuck the zip piece of wire tie in there. I was able to push the sleeve up. Get it squared. Oops, slam it down onto the piston. Yeah, don't do that. Because I did. There we go. All right, well, let's get our piston started in there. Seat that head of the liner home. Everything looks good. Put her back down. I don't know. Now putting it in the engine, I can push it up that far with the crank. I don't know if that means anything. All right, we'll just leave it in the down position. Put our back plate on. I cleaned a bunch of crud off of the back plate. Back plate goes. All right, sorry about that. I ran out of space on my phone again. Anyways, back plate goes in with the notches up. And I'm gonna put the, it doesn't matter, there's two slots, but I'm gonna put it back on the one that it came off of. We're gonna put that in a down position. Crank is in the down position. And we'll send it home. I think it's 4 screws. I could use the electric, my Milwaukee Impact, the small one, 3/8 Impact. I would use it to disassemble. I wouldn't use it to assemble. I like using hand tools so I know exactly what every bolt's doing. And I say that because, you know, whoever put this engine in this truck put the crankshaft nut on, the flywheel nut on so tight I had to hold it with a pair of channel locks and use the impact to get it off. It doesn't have to be that tight. I run everything home with the driver. Use my 2.5 torque wrench. They don't have to be tight, they're on an O-ring. That's it. Oh, okay, we'll do the clutch. Yeah. Actually, let's do the head. Don't forget your head shim. Get to the long bolts. I could have, I might purchase one here in the future. I could have took this to work and put it in the ultrasonic cleaner. But I kind of really want to get it back in the truck and try it again today because this isn't making sense. Might have already put one in there. Oh no, I didn't. What the? Oh, I did. There's already one in there. You can see through the fins. And see which ones you missed. All right, kind of run them in there by hand. I didn't mention yesterday, this has nothing to do with how it ran either, but I did put a new glow plug in it. And use my scientific torque wrench to do the heads. Careful with the fins, they're pretty sharp. There. That's tight enough on the head. Now we'll do the clutch. Clutch collar first. Slide that on. Slide our clutch. Flywheel on. Flywheel nut. Wrench. Man hands. Like I said, it doesn't have to be that tight. But I might snug it up just a touch more. That's good. Clutch shoes. Engine spins counterclockwise. So you want the clutch shoes to come out like this. Oh, I have it upside down. Like that. Here, I'll get them on. Yep, right this. Like this. So when it spins this way, it wants to pull the shoes out. Like I said, I don't know that it matters. He had them on backwards. It probably still worked. If you could see this over here, when I took this apart, I laid out each part so I know exactly how it goes back in. So we had a bearing. We had no spacer. Clutch belt spins good. We had a spacer. If I can get it down on there. Then we had our little E-clip. Snap the E-clip in. Make sure it's in. Make sure the clutch belt spins good. Just a slight amount of play. Header has to go on before the easy start. And just for shits, I did blow through the exhaust to make sure that the exhaust was good and free. This one's kind of a pain in the ass to do. This bolt, you kind of have to stick it in there first and get it started. And you can't get to that one with the easy start on. That's why it's good to have an Allen wrench with a ball end. So I still can't get it. There, we got it. Get that one started. Get the other one in. And I think I put it in the wrong hole. There's four. Here, let me get this back off. I just made a joke there too. There's 4 holes in the back for your exhaust. Remember, this engine sits at an angle and the pipe sits straight. So we got to put it in the right exhaust hole there. Yeah. So in the Slayer, it's going to go on like that. I tried to not make this video too long. We're almost done anyways. Here again, use my scientific torque process, because you can't get a wrench down in there in this one right here. Careful with that ball end, you don't snap the ball end off. Alright, exhaust is on. Now we can do the easy start. Make sure your one-way bearing is in there correct if you took it out. That is the 2mm Allen. And these I just run hand tight with this. This is all plastic. Don't need to go too wild with it. It's not going anywhere. Throwing shit around. I did notice one thing, and somebody out there with more experience than me tell me I'm crazy. So no glow plug in, everything's tight. Okay, I'm turning the engine counterclockwise. Right there's top dead center. You got this little bit of play, but I think it's just the rod camming over. Correct me if I'm right or wrong. I don't think that has anything to do with how it. Yeah, I don't know. Let's put a glow plug in it now. See the snap. I mean, I think it's right. I don't know. I don't think the engine's wore out. I'm going to put my throttle linkage on. And I probably should have paid attention to which hole that came off of. I think it's the inner one. I hope. Let's tighten off. Alright, got our throttle linkage. Let's get our carburetor on. See in there again. Oh, put your carburetor on right. Don't put it on backwards. That carburetor goes down in there tight. I have no reason to believe that you got to make sure you get your linkage lined up. And I push that thing down as hard as I can to smash that O-ring. So our throttle works right. That should be good. I don't know. I really don't like this stupid plastic thing up there. It's just to protect your engine, I guess, on a rollover. This might be dumb, but I personally think it probably holds a little bit of heat in, but I'm not going to put it back on. So that's it to reassemble an engine. I'm not going to show putting it back in the truck. The video is already 15 minutes long. But I'm going to get it back in the truck. And once all the neighbors wake up, I'm going to take it out and pray that it runs right. Thanks for following along. Like and comment. Tell me if I missed something. Watch the video before this to see what it was doing. Basically, once it got hot, it would just take off, and I really didn't have much control over that throttle. So, anyways, thanks for following on. We'll talk to you guys later.